Wow. Wow.
On April 8, 2026, one of NBA YoungBoy's closest brothers in the whole world walked into a packed restaurant in Houston, Texas, and by the time he walked out, he was on a stretcher, fighting for his life after catching multiple bullets to the chest. The man who shot him did not run and hide. He went straight online, started a $20,000 challenge mocking the man he just put in the hospital.
Do the BNT, do the BNT, do the BNT, do the BNT. And there y'all go. BN10 challenge, man. Hey, the best BN10 challenge, man. $20,000 BN10 challenge.
And dropped a diss track 5 days later. But before we get to all of that, you need to understand how 3 men ended up in the same room that night, because this story did not start at that restaurant, and it is far from over. To really understand what went down at Confessions restaurant that night, you have to go back and learn who the main people in this story actually are, because none of this happened out of nowhere. Ben Anthony Fields, who the whole rap world knows as NBA Ben 10, is a 26-year-old rapper from Baton Rouge, Louisiana. On paper, he is a recording artist with his own mixtape, his own clothing brand called Slime Design, and a growing following on social media. But the real reason people know his name has nothing to do with any of that. People know Ben 10 because of how close he is to NBA YoungBoy, and that closeness goes way deeper than music. Their mothers actually lived together at one point, which makes them first cousins by family connection. Ben 10 joined the NBA crew when he was around 12 years old, after the two of them got into a small fight over a blunt and then squashed it and became brothers from that day forward. YoungBoy has called him a mud brother in interviews, which in their world means someone who has been through the dirt with you since before there was anything to show for it. Ben 10 was there before the money and the fame. Ben 10 also has his own history with the law, including a federal firearms charge from 2020, where he was arrested as part of a large multi-agency operation targeting gun and drug trafficking in Baton Rouge, and a prior aggravated assault case he caught alongside YoungBoy back in 2016 that both of them eventually pled down. So this is not a man who is new to dangerous situations, or what can happen when things go sideways fast. Now, on the other side of this whole story is a 32-year-old rapper from Detroit named Jeremy Ford, who goes by All-Star Jr. He started making music seriously around 2016 and built a real following in the Detroit rap scene through independent releases on his own Get a Bag Records label. He came up alongside T Grizzly as part of a crew called All Stars Ball Hard, and Detroit fans have been rocking with him for years through tracks like Casey's Pending and $1 Million Thoughts. He is not someone the whole country knows yet, but in his city he is respected, and part of that respect comes from what he has been through in real life. Back in September of 2021, All-Star Jr. was shot in the head while driving on 8 Mile in Detroit. He survived it, got out of the hospital in 3 days, and went right back to dropping music from his hospital bed. So when people try to describe All-Star Jr., the one thing you have to keep in mind is that this is a man who has already looked death in the face once and did not flinch. Then there is Jay Prince Jr., who is the son of James Prince, the legendary founder of Rap-A-Lot Records in Houston. Jay Prince Jr. runs a streetwear and music company called Mob Ties, which he has described as standing for Movement of Bosses Together in Elevated Structure, and he carries a lot of weight in Houston rap circles just because of who his father is and the family name behind him. He has been involved in various artist management situations and music releases under the Mob Ties brand, and by early 2026 he had already been in the middle of at least one very public dispute with Memphis rapper Finesse 2 Times over a contract situation that played out ugly on Instagram.
Hey, Junior, I want out my contract too, bro. I don't want to be mob ties no more. I want my own already made all the money we can make. I don't want to go to no another label with you. I love you. But I no longer want to be mob-ties business-wise. I love all the mob-ties street. It's time for me a new look, Junior. It's time. Let me out that contract, bro. I'm done with that contract, bro. We ain't made no money. I've been with you 4 years, P. We ain't dropped number 2 projects. Ain't mob ties, ain't hitting on nothing with the music, P. I'm 33 years old, P. Let me go to somebody, P, that's gonna let me go and give me about 10, 15, 20 M's out this shit. If you want you some money out this shit, cool. You can get some money out this shit, P. I ain't tripping, but let me go make my money, P. It's over with.
J. Prince Jr. is not someone who usually stays quiet when controversy finds him, but in this story, he is the person whose personal business allegedly started a chain of events that ended with 2 men in critical condition at a Houston hospital. The beef between J. Prince Jr. and All-Star Jr. reportedly started because J. Prince Jr. began dating All-Star Jr.'s baby mother, and things between them had been building behind the scenes for a while before any of this became public. Social media and multiple hip-hop commentary channels have consistently pointed to this personal situation as the root of everything that happened on April 8th. And while no one has been able to prove in a courtroom that J. Prince Jr. directed anyone to do anything that night, what is not in dispute at all is that all 3 of these men ended up inside the same restaurant at the same time, and what happened next changed all of their lives. On the night of April 8th, 2026, NBA Ben 10 was at a restaurant called Confessions on Kirby Drive in Houston's Upper Kirby neighborhood, celebrating the birthday of another NBA affiliate known as OG3. It was a birthday dinner with roughly 20 to 30 people inside, including customers and staff, and by all accounts, the night started as nothing more than people coming together to eat and celebrate. Another rapper named Dead End Ron was also there with Ben 10 as part of the same group. At some point during the night, All-Star Jr. also ended up at Confessions, and the 2 groups ended up sharing the same space. J. Prince Jr. was also there, though he later insisted he came alone and had no idea All-Star Jr. was going to be present.
What happened next is something Houston Police Department Lieutenant R. Wilkins described very clearly on camera, right at the scene.
3200 Kirby Drive at the Confessions nightclub, just behind me upstairs. It's a bar/restaurant type location. Tonight there was probably, I don't know, 20, 30 people in there and several servers and everything. Got some pretty good video. We got 2 victims on the scene right now. This is we got 2 victims. Let's see, one's been shot multiple times in the torso, probably in his late 20s. Another one's been shot in the extremities, in the lower extremities, and also all throughout his arms and everything several times. He's probably in his mid-20s. They're both transported to local hospitals right now, and they're both in very critical condition. So my name is Lieutenant R. Wilkins, Willkens. So what we know right now is our suspect, who we don't know who he is right now. We're working on that. Investigators do a great job. I'm sure they'll figure out who he is. Was at this location and had a confrontation with a couple guys. That altercation originally, and it appears from what they were doing, was trying to take his chains. Now, we don't know if they knew him or what that was, but it appears possibly they knew this guy, and they were in the process of trying to rip his chains off. That went on for 30 seconds to a minute where these 2 guys were tussling with him, actually got him to the ground, and appears probably got his chains from him. Right after that, another fella jumps in and several other people jump in as well, along with these other guys, and they start having a fist fight, and they're beating this guy pretty bad. Got him on the ground and beating him pretty good. Sometime during that part of the fight, our victim, who was originally looked like he was being majorly assaulted by several people and getting his chains ripped off, he presents a pistol. We don't know where he got it from, but he got it. Must have had it in his pants the whole time, but he got it out and started shooting randomly. Ends up hitting 2 people. Those are our 2 victims.
One of them was Ben 10, who took multiple bullets to the torso. The other was Dead End Ron, who was shot several times in his arms and legs. Both men were rushed to local hospitals in very critical condition, and All-Star Jr. fled the scene on foot before police arrived.
We're learning more about one of the victims during a violent incident inside a popular restaurant in Upper Kirby.
Police say a fight escalated, ending in gunfire and leaving 2 men in critical condition. Let's get right to KPRC2's Rochelle Turner live in the newsroom. Rochelle.
Keith and Lisa, we're learning more about one of the men shot. Family members tell KPRC he is rapper NBA Ben 10. Now, he is affiliated with NBA Youngboy and the Never Broke Again collective. Now, while police have not officially confirmed his identity, his family says he is alive and recovering in the hospital. This is video of rapper NBA Ben 10. Family members say his real name is Ben Anthony Fields. The 26-year-old was shot during a violent confrontation inside this Upper Kirby restaurant called Confessions Wednesday night. Police say a group confronted a man and tried to rob him of his chains. Investigators say that struggle lasted nearly a minute before escalating into a larger fight. Officers say the man was knocked to the ground and surrounded as multiple people joined in. 2 men were hit. One of them is believed to be NBA Ben 10, according to family members. Both were taken to the hospital and remain in critical condition. Investigators say the man who fired the gun, believed to be the robbery victim, ran from the scene and has not been identified. So at this hour, there's still lots of questions. Police say they're working to figure out exactly what led up to the shooting and are asking anyone with information to come forward. Now, the restaurant's owner tells me staff tried to break up the fight. They also confirmed surveillance cameras captured the incident, and that video has been turned over to police. Management went on to say that this was a one-time incident and effective immediately today. They're adding a doorman and security guards and working to install signs banning weapons on the premises.
The restaurant's owner, Sterling Lewis, released a full statement after the incident, saying that the altercation involved a guest who was leaving and a separate group that arrived for a birthday celebration, and that the venue was cooperating completely with HPD. They also immediately added a doorman, security guards, and worked to install signs banning weapons on the property. The restaurant's surveillance cameras captured the entire thing, and that footage was handed over to investigators right away. On the investigation side, Lieutenant Wilkins made one thing clear from the very beginning. The man who fired the gun was being treated by police as the victim of a robbery attempt, not the aggressor. HPD launched a full investigation through their Major Assaults Division, reviewing the restaurant's security footage alongside bystander cell phone videos that had already started circulating on social media, and began interviewing witnesses who were inside Confessions that night. Police noted they had strong video evidence and that witnesses were cooperating with them.
As of mid-April 2026, no arrests had been made and no charges had been filed against anyone involved in the shooting. The investigation remained active and ongoing. Police had not officially named the shooter in any public statement, though social media had already figured out who it was based on what All-Star Jr. was posting about it himself. There is also reporting that Ben 10 was handcuffed to his hospital bed during his recovery, which tells you that investigators were looking closely at his role in what happened that night, and that criminal charges against him were at least a real possibility, depending on what the footage showed. Whether that leads anywhere formally is still an open question, and the case is still developing. Now, the reason this whole situation is so important to understand beyond just the facts of what happened is that it fits a pattern that has been showing up in rap culture for years in a way that never seems to change. PNB Rock said it himself just days before he was murdered in September of 2022 at Roscoe's House of Chicken and Waffles in South Los Angeles. He told people that robberies targeting rappers for their jewelry were so common in the industry, and that it was only a matter of time before it caught up with someone else, and then it caught up with him.
Where I'm from, we like sneaky criminals. Like in LA, it's like they bold. It's like they want you to know. They want to spark a conversation with you first.
He was sitting in that restaurant with his fiancée and their 4-year-old daughter when a man walked in, demanded his chains, and shot him dead when he did not move fast enough. The man who set that robbery up, Freddie Lee Trone, sent his own teenage son inside to do the actual robbery. While he waited outside in the parking lot, Trone was eventually convicted of murder and sentenced to 31 years and 4 months to life in prison. The difference between that case and what happened at Confessions is that at Roscoe's, the robbery worked and a man died, while at Confessions, the man being robbed was armed and fought back, and the people who came for him were the ones who ended up in the hospital. But the starting point is identical in both cases, which is a rapper sitting in a public restaurant with visible expensive jewelry and a group of people deciding that tonight is the night they are going to take it. While Ben 10 was lying in a hospital bed recovering from multiple gunshot wounds to his chest, All-Star Jr. was on Instagram acting like the whole thing was funny. Within days of the shooting, All-Star Jr. posted pictures of himself at a Detroit jewelry store buying new chains with a caption that left zero doubt about what he was referencing. He wrote, "Had to shoot to the D, get new ice, because my man's Ben 10 took some of my stuff to the hospital with him." He followed that up with another post that said, "Thought he was mob ties till I shot his ass a few times." Then he went even further and tagged J. Prince Jr. directly, writing things like, "Damn nigga, you still running up Kirby," and promising to show the whole world how soft he was, using the hashtag #MobUntie as a direct flip on the mob tie's name.
But the most disrespectful thing he did was launch what he called the Ben 10 Challenge, a $20,000 contest where he invited people on the internet to lie down on the floor and mimic being shot, with the whole point being to mock Ben 10's condition while he was still in critical care at the hospital. He introduced it himself.
My nigga Ben 10, since he wanted to play when I was getting me some food, we made a dance for him. Now the best way this dance can work, if a nigga your dumb ass like 4 or 5 times before you fall. But if you don't got nobody to do that for you, just lay down smooth like this, right? Lay your ass down and point them toes up, right? You spread a little bit, nigga done spanked you. And you just jump a little bit. Do the BNT, do the BNT, do the BNT, do the BNT, do the BNT. And there y'all go. Ben 10 challenge, man. Hey, the best Ben 10 challenge, man. $20,000 Ben 10 challenge. Best Ben 10 challenge, man, that go viral.
And while all of that was going viral online, the rumors about Ben 10's actual condition were getting darker and darker by the day. A YouTuber named Sedi Nash put out videos claiming that Ben 10 had flatlined in the hospital not once, but twice, that paralysis rumors were factual, according to his sources, and that Ben 10's own team did not expect him to survive through the week.
That boy Ben 10 is in a coma. Yeah, he paralyzed for sure. But here's the part where only a certain few know. And it's only because they team is Chatty Patty, right? That boy had 2 heart attacks since he been in. He died twice in that hospital bed. That's why his mama was saying, "Be covered over the blood of Jesus." I'm gonna let y'all know this right now. His team don't expect him to make it the next week.
Those videos spread everywhere, from WorldStar to Instagram Reels to Reddit threads. And suddenly the whole internet started treating Ben 10 like a man who was already gone. But none of it was true. Ben 10's close friend Jamar got on camera and told people directly that he had just spoken to Ben 10 on the phone, that he was not paralyzed, that he was not on life support, and that he was doing fine.
Tell you how good God is, man. I just got off the phone with my little brother. So for everybody that wishing bad on him and all that stuff, man, y'all start acting like God ain't good, man. And like God don't give people second and third and fourth chances. That's how good God is. My little brother's great. You feel me? 10, good. We just talk. Everything's great. You know what I'm saying? And we just gonna keep it just like that. You know, and I'm not getting in the middle, in the midst of nothing. Yeah, I'm on the neutral side, you feel me? I don't bang, I don't do none of that. But I'm just putting it out there, like, stop believing everything y'all hear about all this life support, all this. man, my brother good, live, talking, walking, smiling. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And it's going on, you feel me? Like, how it's supposed to be. When you pray to big God, he got you.
OG3 went live from the hospital with Ben 10 right there next to him to show people for themselves that he was conscious, talking and responding. OG Monique, the mother of OG3 and a respected figure in the NBA circle, had already posted on Instagram stories the morning after the shooting with 4 words that shut down the death rumors. As soon as they started, 10 is alert, stop the made-up story. Ben 10 himself started responding to DMs from his Instagram account while still in the hospital, including one from Memo600, who had sent him a message saying, "You better not be going out like that, blood." And Ben 10 wrote back, "You know I can't," which was enough for people who had been watching the situation to understand that he was still in there fighting, and he was not done.
Multiple close associates from the NBA inner circle confirmed the same picture across different platforms throughout mid-April. Ben 10 was alive, alert, able to speak and communicate clearly, and the paralysis story that Sedi Nash and others had been pushing was not backed up by anyone who actually had access to him. The recovery was going to be long and hard, given that he took multiple shots to the torso from close range, but the people closest to him were consistent in saying he was going to get through it. Then Youngboy's mother stepped into the whole conversation in a way that immediately went viral.
Mr. Dogface, what possessed your ugly, ball-sack looking ass to get on this internet and put my name in your mouth yesterday? I don't bother nobody. I don't put nobody's name in my mouth. I ain't never did you nothing, don't know you, I ain't never seen you in my life. But you want to sit there and holler about something, there's a podcaster, he got a podcast. I bet your podcast microphone smell like Texas rodeo horse stables. I don't know you. I don't know why you sat there and said my name yesterday. I'ma be respectful. I'ma be respectful. This. You's a whole clown. You act like something between a woman's legs. You don't know me. You don't know nothing about me. I ain't say nothing to you. I don't even know you, bro. I don't know nothing about you. But I know one thing. Yeah, you better find somebody to play with. I don't know you. I ain't never said nothing to you. Tell me something. Oh, this hoe look like me with a wig. You couldn't stand next to me in a dark alley, bitch, with your stupid looking ass. And you're a grown ass man messing with innocent grandmothers like me.
But even more than the insults, what made her second video go so wide was when she basically told the world that whatever her people decided to do about what happened to Ben 10, she was going to stand behind them, no matter how it turned out.
Y'all some messy, stupid, dumb ass people. How the y'all get mad cause being mama said thank God her son alive? How the y'all get mad cause somebody say thank God they son alive? You right, thank God your son alive. If it was y'all son, y'all would say the same thing. Don't ever come for mine. Don't play with mine, cause guess what? I don't know what go on. They mad. They not never gonna be no embarrassments. They not gonna never have me thinking no type of way. Whatever they choose to do, and whatever they do, if it turn out right, it turn out right. If it turn out wrong, it turn out wrong. They still mad. It don't matter. Oh, mamas are enablers. Mama are enablers. No, mamas is the ones who push their asses out. And the mamas is the ones that got to set up there with them. And the mamas is the ones that pray for them. And that's they damn sure that God gave them. So guess what? Don't worry about me and mine, baby. Cause see, me, I don't give what man do. Guess what? They mad. They not embarrassment. Oh, you got a lot of grandchildren. I don't give a damn. I thank God for all my grandchildren. Sure am. Oh, your children this, your children that. That's good. They mad. They mad. And guess what? I love all 3 of them. I love all 3 of them. No matter what. Don't give what go down. No matter what they mind. Sure do. They make a bad decision. They might have to deal with that bad decision. But guess what? They're mine. They mine. And that's what I got to say today.
A lot of people read that as her quietly giving the green light to whatever came next. Meanwhile, J. Prince Jr. was trying to put out his own fire. He posted a long response on Instagram denying any involvement, saying he went to confessions alone to celebrate OG3's birthday, that he had no knowledge All-Star Jr. would be there, and that he never sent anyone to do anything.
He also pointed out that he had recently had ACL surgery and could barely walk, so the idea that he was coordinating some kind of attack was completely off. He called All-Star Jr. a little boy, who actually loved him to death, and said he was planning a sit-down interview to clear his name fully. All-Star Jr. responded by tagging him again and posting more, saying the interview was not going to save him and that he was going to keep showing the world who J. Prince Jr. really was. On April 13th, All-Star Jr. released a full commercial single called Expensive Wristwatch through Empire and his own Get a Bag Records label, with a visual that opened on narration about Houston robbery statistics and referenced the chains, the shooting, and the whole situation directly. The video got 300,000 views in under 24 hours, which was his biggest number in close to a year. And 2 days later, he followed it up with another track called Mob Untied that went after J. Prince Jr., OG3, Dead End Ron, and the entire Never Broke Again circle by name. His numbers were going up, while Ben 10 was still in the hospital, and he was not slowing down. Through all of this, the one person who had not said a single verifiable thing publicly was NBA Youngboy. No posts, no statements, no verified lives, just silence, while the whole internet filled in the blanks for him. A viral post from a Twitter account called Observate claimed that Youngboy had gone live and declared war on all of Detroit, with alleged quotes like, "I'm going to war with the whole Detroit," and "I've been riding round here for 3 days." But there's no actual video ever surfaced to back any of it up, and every mainstream outlet that covered the viral post noted plainly that it remained completely unverified.
Youngboy had been released from federal prison on a felon in possession charge in early 2025 and was a free man, which meant that the stakes of doing anything reckless were as high as they had ever been for him. What the situation really comes down to is something that does not get talked about enough, even though it keeps happening. The more visible a rapper gets, the more their jewelry makes them a target in public spaces. PNB Rock said that exact thing days before someone killed him for his chains in a Los Angeles restaurant. Ben 10 walked into a Houston restaurant and almost did not walk out because of the same dynamic playing out the same exact way. The only real difference in the outcome was that All-Star Jr. was carrying. If he had not been armed that night, this would be a very different story, and probably a much worse one. Who do you think did too much in this case? Let me know in the comments section. Click on one of the cards on your screen to see more videos like this. See you in the next one.